So in this video we're going to make a start on completing the internal panels for the various compartments of the coach. When you get the kit, the necessary parts for the internal compartments are actually neatly packaged in their own bag. And what I want to do today is start with one of the first class compartments. So this is the first class, one of the first class component bags. So let's open that up and let's have a look and see what we've got inside. This is actually the carpet, the floor carpet for first class compartment. So then we have the two decorative panels for that go above the seating. Internal, these two pieces here, you don't see them in the end result, but they support the glazing. Then we have some upholstery for the lower part of the panel, and then we have, just put the bag on one side, piece of glazing itself. I'll just put that there for now, two pieces of glazing, and then we have these the internal panels themselves that actually face the compartment. So the next stage is to test the fitting of the main internal panel, and if you look at the panel you'll see that the cutout on one side is larger than the cutout on the other side. So this is the center partition. This is the center partition, and this the wider part, the wider cutout has to lie against the partition. So if I just put it in there now, and we can see that that fits quite fine. So looking at the other side, I've just turned the coach around, so this is the central panel this time. There's the wider of the two cutouts. If I put it in, it fits in okay, but it's slightly more off center compared with the window. So what I'm going to try and do is sand a small amount of this end of the inlay to bring it as much towards the middle as I can. Okay, this is quite a delicate process. I've clamped the work with a G-clamp, and I'm going to be using 240 grade sandpaper gently, just to see if I can take a little bit off. So don't take anything else off, and we'll try and fit it again. Okay, let's see if it fits any better. Okay, I'm happy with that. So very delicate piece, but what I need to do is just mark that this partition goes with this particular panel. So I'm going to do that with all of them actually, so I'll just use a pencil to give them all a number or something. So this is the panel that I've numbered number 2, and this one has not been modified. This is straight out of the box. So the thickening piece, if you like, when that goes on, I hope you can see that it fits exactly over the window gaps. It fits exactly over the larger piece. And by the way, that also means that this pit needs to be painted as well on this rear panel. But if I take the other one, so this is the internal panel that I modified, number 1 in this case. Oh, let me see if I can get it. Number 1. And I put this piece that goes behind the glazing on top. I hope you can just about see, obviously because I sanded a little bit away from the side of that piece, this sticks out a little bit as well, so this I'll need to sand this down as well a little bit, just the edge. And then this one's done, and then I'll continue then with the other first class, mark them all up, and then we'll just crack on with the other ones in preparation for the painting. So it's taken a while, but I've got them all fitted. I had to do a little bit of sanding to the majority of the panels, actually, because it appears as perhaps my fault that the partitions are not exactly at 90 degrees to each other. I don't know whether you can see that, but one was slightly ambitious, and it's a little bit of the inlay, or what's left of the wood, has actually broken off, and that's a pity. That won't matter too much, because once it's fitted, this will be fitting at a right angle, something like this, so that should be camouflaged pretty well. So the next stage, as far as these first class compartments is concerned, they're going to be wood stained. I'm not going to video that. You've seen me wood staining before, but it's going to be 2 coats and with a varnish layer on top. Okay, before going into the details of the panels themselves, I just want to have a look at the 2 third-class compartments. So that difference in size of the compartment means you have obviously different size of panels. So you have to make sure that you're getting the right partition package for the right size compartment. Let's see what we've got inside. So if we look at the etch panel, I'll just lean it against the coach for now. Yeah, you see, for the third class panels, there's no fancy upholstery, it's just planking. These panels are actually painted a different colour, they're painted white. So we'll crack on with check the fitting of these panels in the compartments. I'd just like to show you the interior panel bits and pieces for the smallest of the third compartment coaches. And the first thing perhaps you'll notice is out of the packaging, it's an open-ended frame, and that goes in there, and just so happens goes in like that because it wasn't possible, I understand, during the build process to make a vertical pillar on this end of the window frame so thin. But also in the package we've got overlays for the ends of the partitions, but I'm not actually going to paint them or anything until the side panels are in, then I know how much clearance I've got. Additional panels for the open partition between these 2 compartments, and also in there's some trimming elements that need to be added, but I'll show them later. So this is what we've got after dry fitting almost all the interior panels. The end panels for the third class not included. So this is going to be a combination with wood stain and white paint. So what I'll do, I'll crack on with this. This is going to take a while. We'll continue putting the interior panels together once that's done. See you later. So now we're going to crack on with building up the interior side panels, starting with the first class. So here's the two stained elements of the interior panel. So the first step is actually, the way you can see that on the video, if I just put it in the light, yeah, that's that. We've got a piece of acetate, which is the glass, and the first thing we do is turn the main panel upside down, and we have to figure out, cut the panel, the glass panel, so that it just fits over the window openings in the panel. And it's very difficult to see on camera, so I'll quickly do that off camera. So let's take a look. Take the SL off. Sometimes you get this, come on, yeah. Okay, turn it over. So you can see the acetate panel in there now. Alright, so the next stage is to add this backing piece. And it has to fit exactly over the front piece, so it ends up like that. Try and cover the top here. Again, try and keep it away from the acetate. Try and get this on now. So we'll put this on the glass, put it in the middle, and put the Mercedes on top. There we go. And let's see if that holds. So I actually changed the weight to a tank, so we'll take the tank off and see how this has come out. See whether it's stuck. Alright, this one's not stuck, which is good. There we go. So, fitting the upholstery. Let's just turn this round. So it's going to be going on like that, if you like. Because this is upholstery, a softer material, this might need, relatively speaking, more glue. See if I can get one side right. Have a look on the other side. Yep, that's fine. Bring the glass into the middle so you guys can see it. Up a bit on top, and we'll put the tank on again and let that dry. So what we'll do is, with the knife, we'll cut off the excess material. Okay, so there we have one finished first class interior side panel.